Yeah, you're ready, right? Okay, last talk, but it will be something really interesting for you to learn about Vara. Have you heard about Vara Network before? Please help me. Wow, nice. It's something pretty cool to know that Vara is in the house. Well, this is me. Basically, the last 2 years, I've been involved in hackathons. All the hackathons that we can be part, we are there. And LATAM, mainly in Mexico, but we are working in different countries. Right now, I am in charge of the development community. I am head of DevRel for Gear Foundation. So today I'm going to talk about Vara Network and Signless transaction. This is something really nice, but before to talk about what we have for the developers, something very interesting, let's talk about the basics. Gear protocol. We all understand the core technology of Polkadot, right? Substrate. Well, Substrate, it's a modular framework to create basically any kind of blockchain using Payless, right? Well, with that technology, we use it. So Gear protocol is Substrate-based, okay? We use Substrate, but the part of the smart contracts, we change it. So instead of using Ink, which actually is the programming language that uses Polkadot, we use Rust. Okay, so what are the cool things about the Gear protocol? We have here 3 pillars. The first one is actor model. And this paradigm is really interesting because basically you can see as a basic computational entity as a model. Everything is an actor. An actor can communicate with other actors. And this kind of communication is asynchronous. So this is really important because that makes part of the parallelism. What it brings, basically, fast transactions. It's really interesting. And WASM, we all understand WebAssembly, basically what it makes forkless blockchains, right? But also WebAssembly brings to the ecosystem something really important. Instead of one developer understand from scratch one programming language, if you use one of the programming language that is compatible with WebAssembly, then you can join us. So right now we use Rust for the API, and also we are compatible with AssemblyScript, but we are working to do more programming languages accessible to the developers, and that is because we use WASM on the top of the technology. And the third pillar is persistent memory. And this is a really interesting thing about the memory. Yeah, because when we interact with the smart contracts, every smart contract has its own state. And that is possible because on the bottom, we utilize clever memory virtualization techniques that basically at the end for a developer, it enables to access to the state with one call and forget all the complicated things that you need to do and other stacks, okay? So this is important. Gear protocol, you can see it as a black box, okay? This black box, it could be implemented in different kind of networks. So the first network that implements Gear protocol on the top is Vara Network. So Vara Network basically is a layer 1. It's a scalable and secure layer 1 built on top of Gear protocol. What brings Vara Network to the ecosystem? Well, basically, as I said, you can use, for example, Rust and TypeScript and avoid domain-specific language. So you don't need to learn a new language if you want to enter into the ecosystem. And we are working to bring this kind of features also with Go and C++. For all the people who wants to learn more about the technical stuff, we have the Academy. This is basically an online course that you can do on your free time, and you will understand how to use Rust to implement smart contracts in an easy way. So try it, and you will be really happy to see how easy it is to build smart programs in Vara Network. Also, we have our ambassadors program for all the people who likes the blockchain technology. It doesn't matter if you are a technical guy, girl, or if you like another kind of stuff on the blockchain ecosystem, you could be part of this revolution. And this is one of the more important things that we have right now is basically the grants. Everybody wants to know what technology is giving grants to build and grow the ecosystem. Well, Vara Network is right now giving grants for all those developers and projects who want to get in and build something really nice and incredible. We help you to come with us. This is more information about the developer program. Basically, if you are trying to build gaming, if you are trying to change from Web 2 to Web 3, and you have a great idea, or if you want to get technical support or get more tooling, it doesn't matter what you want. We have all the information and tools for you. Okay, let's talk about the more important thing, because yeah, when we understand something new, we want to realize what is the difference between what there is outside the ecosystem and what is new on this new ecosystem and this new platform. Vara Network is young but powerful. We started mainnet in September of the last year, so we are growing with different integrations and apps, but we have these kind of features that are really powerful. Let's talk first about the delay messages. Delay messages, basically, you can think as the way how you can create one smart contract and avoid off-chain interactions. How is that? If you build, for example, a streaming platform, you normally wait till the end of the month for the platform to charge the user and validate whether the user is active or not, right? So normally this kind of behavior is triggered by an external event from an off-chain application. But here with delay messages, basically one smart contract can send one delayed message to another contract or to itself. So basically one smart contract can say, okay, I will send a delay message, and after 30 days, you can come to myself and ask a lot of stuff and validate. Okay, so this is basically something cool about the delay messages, full on-chain apps, and specify the time in the future. Another cool thing we have is the Payless transactions. And with a Web3 application, the first thing that it asks to the user is to get tokens, right? But sometimes this is really complicated because the user needs to know where to get it, and where are you listed, and what kind of platforms can I get your tokens and all that stuff. So the user don't want to use this kind of application, right? Okay, the vouchers basically are the core inside of the Payless transactions. Vouchers is basically a part in a smart contract where you can send tokens before to use the application, and that enables to the final user interact with your dApp without paying tokens. That's incredible, and that brings a lot of use cases to the ecosystem, because with this functionality, we can help to bring more developers to build and more users to interact with the Web3 ecosystem. And also we have the Signless transactions. How many times have you played or you use an application, and every time you interact with this application, the dApp asks you to sign the transaction? Every time, right? So if you are using a game or a DeFi platform, and if you want to interact with this application but just avoid these kind of messages, then the Signless transaction is basically what we need. We enable trusted sessions, which basically we create one session for one user in one dApp, and we just set the amount of time for the application to interact, and we create in the middle a key pair, basically a private and public keys that acts on users' behalf. Basically, this account interacts with the smart contract. And every time that this transaction is to be signed, we use this temporary account. Let's see how it works. Let's check how is the internet. First, for example, we have here one dApp for the ecosystem. This is a Mexican application. One team in Mexico built this beautiful application, and they use vouchers. Okay, so can you see? I'm gonna sign in with Zero Balance Wallet. I don't have tokens here. I'm gonna click on play. Okay. Just okay. It's fast, the internet. It's good. Let's give and sign in. Okay. It says that I need to reload my web browsers. Let's click on register. Okay. Here it says creating the voucher. As you can see, the user don't need to do anything. So this interaction is built on top of the dApp on the front-end side. And now we need to sign just to have this voucher that will enable the user interact with the dApp without paying any tokens. Okay? So right now we have the voucher. We don't have tokens yet. We only have create the voucher inside the smart contract, and the smart contract understand that when this user interact with the application, basically all the interactions will be for free. Why? Because we send tokens to the voucher, and every time that the user wants to interact with the application, the voucher use these tokens to pay the gas. Okay, so let's go and mint one NFT. And here we have different kind of NFTs, and we click on mint. And this moment, we are giving three NFTs to the user. So as you can see, it's adding tokens to the voucher. And I paid, and after I signed the transaction, and now I have the NFT. Okay? And we still have zero tokens. This is basically the incredible thing talking about the vouchers. Let's see how does it work now, the Signless transactions. Okay, we have another application here, the Battleship game. I'm pretty sure that we all know this application, or we have played this in real life. Okay, let's use this wallet. This wallet has tokens, as you can see, 182 tokens. And, okay, let's create our map of the ships. And let's start to play. Okay, so this is the normal way the user interacts with the application. So you click on the space where you want to put the bomb, and okay, I got it, and I click, and this is the normal way we interact with the games. But let's activate the Signless transaction. So basically, as I told you before, we create temporary key pairs. So this is the public key, and we have the private key also generated, and we set it just to sign the transaction. And right now we have 0 varas, and we can create a signless session. Okay. So we just need to wait a little bit. Okay, and we just set a password, because in the moment that we want to disable this, with the password we can do it. So we just click on the space, and I don't sign. Okay? So this is the way we interact with Signless transactions, because we basically enable to the user to interact with an application, but enable the user to use it for certain amount of time. Okay, so I still click on the different spaces, and as you can see here, we have the time that the user is using with the Signless transaction. So basically, that's all on my side. So if you want to keep in touch with me, this is my information. Thank you so much for your time.